The news, Paige Bueckers has ended the debate with Rookie of the Year with Sona Citron. She put on a masterclass performance, but what is making headlines and really scratching people's heads and turning people's heads, not Paige Bueckers' actual performance, but the way the opposing teams all season long has been allowing her to score at will. Now, I know y'all finna say, John the Liquidator, why you lying? Why you making all this up? Just give credit where credit is due. And I'm going to give her credit. She's making some incredible shots, but let's be serious. There's no traps being...
Imagine scoring 44 points in a game, so one-sided it felt like a video game on easy mode, then finding out the losing team got caught cheating in one of the season's biggest mess-ups. The WNBA just went from buzzer beaters to full-blown drama. Paige Bueckers dominated, and now quiet rumors of cheating have exploded into a full scandal. Get ready, this chaos makes reality TV look...
My rookie Paige Bueckers, aka Sweet Pea, gave the Sparks 44 last night. Let's get into that footage. She's the only player this year to score over 40 points. You see the behind the back in and out layup. Let's break it down a little slow. Okay, here you see Paige's defender is going to anticipate the pick right here. Pick coming to her right and Paige's left. She's gonna jump that pick. Paige sees her jump the pick. She takes the ball with her left, goes behind the back.
It's starting to feel eerie in the WNBA, like Halloween showed up early and the refs left their whistles at home. Paige Bueckers strolled into the game, dropped 44 points like it was nothing, and the only ones breaking a sweat were the concession workers hustling to sell popcorn. You'd think after a rookie hits 10 shots in a row, someone might try to step up and play some defense.
But looks, and I got the evidence here to prove it. And at the end of the day, Paige Bueckers is basically being propped upon to replace Caitlin. There's no doubt about it in my mind. This league would rather have Paige be the face of the league over Caitlin any day. I don't have anything personally against Paige. I like her as a player. I like her as a person. But when it comes to conspiracies, I got a job to do, and my job is to expose the fake and expose the real. And the real of the matter is that Paige Bueckers is getting these open looks.
But nope. Defenses were treating Paige like she was a VIP at a nightclub. Velvet ropes open, red carpet rolled out, security waving her through like royalty. And before anyone yells hater, let's be clear, Paige is legit. She can shoot, drive pass, she's the real deal. No one's denying her talent. But when defenders look more like background actors in a State Farm commercial than actual competitors, you have to ask yourself, is this basketball or are we watching a scripted drama with the ending already written?
Eh bien, nous allons parler de quelque chose qui, une fois de plus, est fortement imprégné de l'agenda de la WNBA. Et qu'est-ce que c'est, vous demandez-vous peut-être? Eh bien, c'est l'escalade, l'élévation d'une certaine Paige Bueckers. Oh, elle est meilleure.
Let's not act like this is normal. Dropping 44 points isn't a fluke, it's a full-on massacre. The kind where one side shows up with water guns to a nuclear war. And somehow, instead of questioning why defenders looked like they were frozen in a glitched video game, everyone's already polishing the Rookie of the Year trophy for Paige like it was pre-ordered. Sonia Citron, yeah, thanks for showing up, but in the league's eyes, you're just a side character in the Paige Bueckers highlight reel they've got on.
The only player in WNBA history to score 44 points in a single game. Rookie to score 44 in a single game. Now you see her on the block with a Michael Jordan, Kobe type of fadeaway. And one. Quit playing with my youngin' right there. Now you see her on the block. She working her way down to that block. She spin and pivot out the other way. Now she getting a little contact. Okay, the contact is cool. I'm gonna go up and under you. Okay, no, you still got some good defense on me. All right, well, let's just see, can you defend?
But here's the thing, nobody's really talking about Paige's pure dominance. The real story, how weirdly easy it all looked. Like, suspiciously easy. Wide open shots, free lanes to the basket, jumpers with not a single hand in sight. It felt less like a professional game and more like the defenders were trying out for backup dancer roles in Space Jam. No double teams, no traps, no help defense, like those concepts just evaporated. You'd think after the first 10 points someone would yell, "Guard her like your rent depends on it." But nope. In this upside-down WNBA moment, the game plan looked more like, let's just see what happens if she drops 40. Spoiler, she dropped 44, and made it look like a casual run at the YMCA. And now the conspiracy crowd is feasting. Theories are flying that Paige is being handpicked as the league's next golden child, the smooth replacement for Caitlin Clark. And honestly, watching that game, it's hard not to wonder. Caitlin never got this kind of space. She couldn't sneeze without a double team, couldn't blink without a defender in her face. Meanwhile, Paige is out here gliding into shots with defenders trailing behind like they're out for a light jog. Something's off and people are starting to notice.
Paige Bueckers went absolutely bananas against the Los Angeles Sparks. Now picture this for just a second. I got back home last night around 12:30, like super late. I pull up my phone just for a little bit to see what's up, and I see this right here. Paige Bueckers with 44 points, 17 for 21 shooting, which is crazy. That's like 80%. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. She went crazy. I also caught this post here from StatMuse where not only did she tie the record for most points ever by a rookie, but she's also the first player in WNBA history to put up 40 plus points on 80+%.
The evidence, it's all over the tape. Just watch it. Paige pulls up for a 3, and her defender is behind her. Not beside. Not closing out. Behind. Since when did guarding someone from behind become an actual strategy that's not defense, that's cardio with a front row seat? And it wasn't a one-off. It happened again and again. Wide open lanes, no contests, defenders straight up freezing mid-play like they forgot the rules. There was even a moment where a player literally stopped running and let Paige coast to the basket like it was an open gym. And look, sure, Paige is great, no one's denying her skill. But nobody is that unguardable. Steph Curry gets double-teamed. Prime LeBron got hacked just to slow him down. But Paige, she's out here taking warm-up shots in the middle of a real WNBA game, while defenders look on like they're watching a training montage. Kelsey Plum was the only one who looked like she remembered this was professional basketball, at least she tried. The rest? They were on some invisible defense strategy. Hands down, heads turned, and feet planted like cones at a youth camp. And here's the kicker, it wasn't just a few plays. This was the whole game. Layups with nobody in the paint. Mid-range jumpers with defenders 6 feet away like COVID protocols were back. Threes where the closest contest came from a nacho-wielding fan in the third row. At some point, it stops being about greatness and starts raising serious questions.
Dire, poignardez-moi dans l'œil avec une cuillère, bon sang. Waouh. Donc, c'est un truc en ce moment. Hier soir, Paige Bueckers a marqué 44 points. Et nous allons regarder une vidéo qui décortique et expose une grande partie de cette merde. Laissez-moi vous dire qu'elle expose beaucoup de choses concernant le traitement de faveur dont bénéficie Paige Bueckers sur le terrain. Elle a perdu le match d'hier soir. Et je ne parle même pas d'une vidéo qui expose la situation d'hier soir. C'est juste une vidéo qui expose beaucoup de sifflets spéciaux, de traitements spéciaux qu'elle reçoit, etc.
You can call it lazy defense or chalk it up to incompetence, but when the same thing keeps happening play after play, it stops looking like bad luck and starts looking like choreography. Like someone quietly said in the locker room before tip-off, "Tonight, Paige eats. Everyone else just chill." And right on cue, the debate lit up Paige versus Caitlin. Suddenly people are declaring Paige the better player, as if 44 points with defenders standing around is definitive proof. But that's not a fair comparison. That's like running a race against Usain Bolt, except he's got a backpack full of bricks and you're on a golf cart. Caitlin Clark fought through double teams, full court pressure, and hard fouls just to drag her team to the playoffs. Meanwhile, Paige is out here cruising past defenders, waving her through like they're hosting a VIP gala. Olé, right this way, Miss Bueckers. It's ridiculous. Paige is a great player, no one's denying that. She doesn't need help. But the way she's being treated, the optics are bad. Real bad. Because fans see it. We see the wide open shots. We see defenders casually watching from 3 feet away. We remember how Caitlin couldn't cross half-court without 2 bodies on her. And if this is the league's way of ushering in a new face of women's basketball, it feels cheap and honestly, a little insulting. Because we're paying attention. And it doesn't look right.
Have y'all ever heard the saying, comparison is the thief of joy? Because every time I see Paige have a good game now, the only thing I see on social media is Paige is really who we thought you-know-who was. And the you-know-who is referring to Caitlin Clark. Now, the reason this bugged me is one, is that it diminishes Paige, right? It puts her in this hole that she can only be compared to Caitlin Clark, whereas her greatness can stand on its own 2 feet, right? As good as she has been since she stepped in the WNBA this season, as a rookie, can stand on its own 2 feet without having to constantly be compared to Caitlin.
Because if the WNBA is really letting Paige Bueckers waltz into superstardom with defense optional stamped on the game plan, then this isn't just a Paige highlight reel, it's a PR nightmare for the whole league. And let's not even talk about the playoff picture. Caitlin Clark clawed her way into the postseason with every team treating her like public enemy number 1, double teams, traps hard, foul the works. Meanwhile, Paige and Angel Reese are at home sipping smoothies and watching it all from the couch. Yet somehow, the media spin still says Paige is the one, rookie drops 44, and instead of celebrating, fans are side-eyeing the whole game like they just watched a scripted reality show finale. Because right now, the WNBA feels less like a competitive league and more like a stage for manufactured drama. And honestly, that's the most unsettling part. Let's pull the receipts. If this game were a court case, the jury would already be snoring from the obviousness. Exhibit A. The three-pointer where the defender is jogging behind Paige like she's late for brunch. Paige pulls up smooth, effortless, and the defender is 2 steps back. Not a hand up. Not even a token contest. Just vibes. That's not elite basketball. That's the kind of thing that would get you benched in high school. And it happened over and over. At some point, you have to stop asking how good Paige is and start asking what the league is trying to sell us. Because this doesn't feel organic, it feels orchestrated.
If I was Paige, I would be in that locker room lighting people up. Ain't no way I put up 44 points and we still lost by 1. And the reason we lost by 1 is because there was no help side. And then you watched her go to the basket. Oh, that would send me through the roof. That would send me through the... Yeah, yo, she a better team player than I am, because, boy, I will be lighting everybody up. I'll be sitting in the locker room calling everybody out by name, telling you what you didn't do.